Good evening, everybody. So first, a couple of housekeeping things. You should have joined on mute. So if you're not muted, please mute. If you want to speak, I need you to unmute for that. If you don't want to speak and you want to message in the chat box, you guys can go ahead and do that. And the rest of the admin team that's on here and graduation team will try their best to help answer any questions that you guys are putting there, because if I watch that chat box, I'm going to get distracted and not know what I'm doing. So this is another graduation meeting. So wanted to let you guys know a little bit more information. Wanted to have the opportunity to answer some questions, and it seems like there's still a lot of you that for whatever reason think that graduation is going to be by Zoom, and that's not the case. So I don't know if a lot of you missed the last meeting or didn't get the message or whatever. So wanted to give you a couple of days heads up on this one and be able to go from here. So we are still having graduation. Graduation is on Saturday, May 23rd, the same day that it's been scheduled the entire school year. The difference is the time. Originally, it was scheduled for like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It is now scheduled for later in the evening. Students are going to need to report to the site at 6 p.m. Parents can report at, or audience members can report at 7 p.m. If you are a parent bringing a child to the graduation site and you want to stay, you may go ahead and get parked and stay. If you want to drop your student off at 6 and then come back at 7, you can do that. Obviously, the people who get there first get better parking. So some of the things that have changed a little bit, 6 p.m. for graduation, Sarah. So some of the things that have changed a little bit since our last meeting. Last time when we talked, a lot of the restrictions were still in place. Most of the restrictions are still in place, but there has been a little bit of letting up. I think we're in like what they call phase 1 or whatever of lightening up some of the restrictions around the state. So a few things have changed. Carrie Ann, the address for the drive-in is 601 Seaway Drive. It's in Fort Pierce. It's the Causeway Cove Marina. So anyway, some of the things that have changed. So you guys are going to get your caps and gowns. You guys are going to be dressed for graduation. We are going to have rehearsal. I'm going to give you that information also. We're going to have rehearsal on Friday night, or Friday afternoon rather, the day before graduation. So I'll give you that info. But for graduation itself, you guys are still going to have to wear your masks. We still have to practice social distancing, but we are going to have the processional. The processional is where you guys get to march in. So we'll go over all of that during rehearsal on Friday. But you guys are going to be able to walk into the to Pomp and Circumstance, the graduation song. We are going to have seats out front for you, 6 feet apart from each other. But we'll have those out there. You are going to be able to be seated, and then you will be able, when you are called up by Miss Daigle, who's doing the name calling this year, or Miss Russo, sorry, you guys will be able to come up the one side of the stage, come across the stage, get your stuff, come down the other side of the stage, and be seated again. So the big difference being that you don't have to walk all the way from your car. You'll be able to march in. You'll be able to sit up front, and you'll be able to go back to your seat after you get your stuff from stage, your diploma and stuff. And then you'll be able to throw your hats if you want to. It will be dark, so if you lose them, that's on you. So let's see, who's that song by? What song? Pomp and Circumstance? It's the graduation song. I have no idea who composed that years ago. Students to get there at 6, yes. Parents at 7, yes. The cars per family. Hold on, y'all are getting ahead of me. Um, there are going to be two screens. Last time we talked, there was only going to be one screen. So there are going to be two screens. So every family is going to, every graduate is going to be able to have two vehicles attend. So again, strongly encourage that a graduate ride with family members and not come alone, because the graduate's car counts as one. And then the other car, I mean, you get two cars per graduate period. However you structure it, it's two cars per graduate. In your cap and gown bag, you're going to have two placards or pieces of paper with your name and numbers on it that you're going to have to put in the windshield of your car. And when Sarah took her one car comes in, that gets marked off. Sarah took her two comes in, gets marked off. If three tries to come in, if there's a third one that comes in claiming to be for you, it's going to be sent away. So it's two per family. Parking is limited. It's two per family. Um, the um, the parking, there will be people there helping you park and telling you guys where to be. Um, the rehearsal on Friday. The rehearsal on Friday is at 4 o'clock, same location. You do not need to be dressed for that. It's not a dress rehearsal. It's just to kind of walk it through quickly so that you guys know what you're doing. Um, it is Friday, May 22nd, the day before graduation. Friday, May 22nd. So you are going to, okay, you guys are asking so many questions. This is totally distracting me. Okay. We're going to talk about May 13th and 14th in a minute. Sarah, hold your questions to the end, okay? Please. Thank you. Um, so rehearsal is on Friday, May 22nd at 4. It is at 601 Seaway Drive. Casual wear, comfy shoes. It's warm outside, obviously. Don't wear heels. You don't need to be dressed up for the rehearsal. It's just to walk it through. If your parents want to, park and watch rehearsal, that's fine. I don't care. But I am going to need the students. You are going to, for rehearsal, you do have to wear your masks. You don't have to wear your cap and gown, but you do have to wear your masks at rehearsal. Um, so we'll go through that pretty quickly and get done with that. That way you guys know what you're doing the next day at graduation. We are going to, after the rehearsal, there is the place that we're doing this, the Treasure Coast Park and Watch, the drive-in theater. They are doing a movie afterwards. They don't know the name of what movie they're showing yet. They're showing a movie afterwards. So if you want to stay for the movie after rehearsal, they've got vendors and food trucks out there. It's on the water and they're doing the movie. So you guys can do that if you want to. It's $5 per person. They said that you guys can purchase tickets in advance on their page if you want to, or it's cash at the door if you want to do it that way. It's $5 a person. But they said it is cash at the door. Like you can't like use a card there. So if you want to stay after rehearsal for that, you can. Um, so that is rehearsal. Graduation, like I said, May 23rd. You guys need to be there by 6. Your parents can start, or your audience can start arriving by 7. I spoke with everyone. I think I spoke with everyone today that is giving a speech or doing something for graduation. You guys, if I missed anybody, get with me later. You guys all know what you're supposed to do as far as pre-recording your speeches, giving that to me. For the next Wednesday and Thursday, a blast went out earlier today. Missouri sent a blast out with a sign up genius. For those 2 days, you guys are going to sign up. You are going to, if you have a locker, that's your opportunity to clean out your locker. If you have books DE books or books for your teachers, that's the day you're going to be able to do that. You guys have been getting emails from admin about things that you need to do to be able to check out, to do your senior checkout. Usually senior checkout is a day where, you come in the last day for you guys, which would be the 15th, and you would take a piece of paper around, have all your teachers sign off on it that you don't owe them anything. You would take it to the lunchroom or wherever and have it signed that you don't owe them any money. and that you like if you're an athlete that you've returned your uniform or whatever, but like it's got all these sign offs on it, and then you would bring it to Miss Silva in the office, and you would trade that for your cap and gown and everything that's in there. That's typically how senior checkout works. So we're doing it a little bit differently, obviously. Um, we have an electronic version. We've had the teacher signing off for you, that you're good or that you don't owe them anything. So we're getting that. If you've been getting an email saying that you owe books or that you owe lunch money or that you owe DE books or something like that, then or information to guidance, then you've gotten emails, you've gotten phone calls from school. You need to get that taken care of. So I told you the last time that we talked that I was going to bring you your caps and gowns. Um, I the other day spent half the night personally delivering stuff to different houses all over the county for the teachers, and I learned my lesson. It's a little bit too ambitious, and I don't think that I can deliver 103 cap and gown packages. So, since we're having you do book drops anyway and cleaning out you're welcome, Miss Deborah, and cleaning out your lockers, it may as well get your cap and gown at the same time. So Miss Silva and I are going to spend the next 48 hours packing your bags with your caps, your gowns, your tassels, your stoles, and your cords, and your masks and your pins if they come in. All of that, we're going to get those all packed, and have them ready to go. So when you are using that sign up genius that Ms. Zerger sent out, to sign up to clean out your locker, drop off your books, you're also signing up to pick up your cap and gown. So you need to make sure that you do that. No, Sarah, I don't think you need parents with you for that unless they just want to come with you. But it's going to be, we're putting you in there in 10-minute increments. We're having you guys use 2 different gates to be able to get you done in 2 days. So you need to, when you're looking at the sign up genius, you need to make sure that you pick either the bus loop gate or the front gate. Only one, like even if your parents come with you, they can't get out of the car. So you will get out, you will come up. If you've got a locker, we will be arranging to make sure that if we have 2 kids coming in at the same time, that if your lockers are both on the first floor, you can't both come in at the same time. So if one's upstairs, one's downstairs, and you both can, but otherwise you can't. So we'll be coordinating it to make sure that you guys are safe coming in to get your stuff. If you don't have a locker to clean out, then you're just going to be dropping your stuff off. If you're turning in a dual enrollment book, there's only like maybe 5 or 7 of you guys that haven't done it yet. So if you're turning in a book that you owe for dual enrollment, you are to put a piece of paper in the front cover with your first and last name on it. If you are turning in a book that you owe a teacher, a classroom textbook that you owe a teacher, or something that you owe a teacher, a Kindle, whatever, you are going to put a piece of paper in it, and you are going to put your teacher's name as well as yours. So your first and last name and your teacher's name, so that we know what teacher's box to put it in. So you guys will just be dropping that stuff off. When you get there, if you do need to go in to clean out your locker, you're going to be given a Clorox wipe at the gate, and you will use that to touch your locker or to touch doors or whatever you're doing. So you guys will be able to drop stuff off, pick up your cap and gown package, and then go home and try it on. Your cap and gowns, your gowns fit big. So don't text saying, "Oh my God, my gown's too big." It's supposed to be flowy. If you are concerned about the fit, if the cap doesn't fit your head, if it's too big or too small or whatever, if it's too big, use bobby pins. If it's too small, then that's a problem. For the gowns, if it's extremely missized, then you're going to send an email to Miss Silva, and she's going to set up a time where her room is open, where you're going to be able to come into her Zoom room and model your cap and gown. She'll tell you whether or not it is a good fit or not, and then what to do about it if it's not. The caps and tassels, Courtney, are yours to keep. You do keep your caps and tassels. Yes, can our parents pick up? I don't have a problem with your parents picking up your stuff if you're not able to go on either of those 2 days on the condition that, like, everything's done. Again, you guys have to have all your obligations met. You have to be completely checked off on everything for us to hand you your cap and gown. If there's anything still pending, if you still owe the cafeteria, if you still owe a teacher a book or anything else, then you're not going to get your cap and gown when you come in. You have to have everything met, um, all of your obligations met to get your caps and gowns. Yes, you can still decorate your caps. If you are decorating your cap, take a picture and text them to Miss Deborah or email them to Miss Deborah. Um, so you are decorating your caps, and parents, y'all can decorate your cars too if you want to. Um, so uh okay, so that's pickup, that's books, lockers, caps, gowns. Um the night of the actual ceremony, Saturday the 23rd. So the again, you guys are getting there at 6. Your parents can get there at 7. What's going to happen that night? Let's talk about that. So the actual graduation night, you're when you guys get there, you'll be arriving in your cap and gowns. You'll have your masks on when you get out of your car. Um, you guys will come in or come out, I guess, come out of your car, and you will know where to stage because we're going to go over that on Friday during rehearsal. So there's going to be an area where you guys are going to stand. We're going to just kind of make sure everybody's there, remind you of your order, remind you of what you're doing, talk about it again. We're going to have gone over it the night before a rehearsal. There will be maybe some rearranging of parking and stuff like that to make sure everybody can see. Again, there's going to be 2 screens, which is why we're able to bring in 2 cars per graduate now. So there will be parking on both sides, kind of facing each other, with the screens in the middle facing out. There are going to be vendor food trucks there on the night of graduation also. So while we are um, getting ready for graduation, if your families want to get out of their vehicles to get food from the vendors, they have to have their masks, they have to have social, they can't get out and loiter, they can't mill around, they can't just stand outside their car, they can't just go stand to watch y'all, but they can go get something to eat and get right back in their cars. Or what they prefer there is they're going to provide you with a phone number. You can call that, your parents can call a phone number, and order the food and it be delivered to their car, and they never have to get out of their car, which is best. So that's what we obviously encourage. Um, there are we always have our photographer there to take pictures, and that person stands in front of the stage and takes the picture when your student gets their diploma. So he's supposed to be there. So I'm going to say yes. The answer is yes. There will be pictures taken. You may not get out of your car to come out and take pictures. You may not get out of your car for anything other than to go to the porta potty, and I don't recommend it, or to go to the food truck and straight back. Again, no loitering, no hanging out. No, the masks are not coming off. The masks cannot come off. Um, Again, the rehearsal is at 4 o'clock on the 22nd. You guys are arriving at 6 o'clock on the 23rd for graduation. The reason that it is so late, Mr. Trader, one of the students, is asking if you can send out another checklist on Monday or the day before. I think that's probably the senior checklist thing. Um, so I'm sure he will, Nail. I'm sure he will. Um, Lost my train of thought because I was looking at the questions. All right, where was I?
Masks have to stay on.
Masks have to stay on. Dark, dark. That's right. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, it will be dark. The reason that we need to do it so late at night is because they couldn't get the LED screens, which would have allowed us to do it during the daytime. They're using their regular movie screens for us, so it has to be dark out. If it's too light out, nobody will be able to see. And the whole idea is that everybody in their cars can see the screen. Everything that's happening on the stage is going to be projected on the screen for the students to for the families in the cars to see it. Um, um, Miss Reynolds, give me just a second. We'll talk about that in just a second. Um, So everything happening on the stage is going to be happening on the screen. Everything that all of those speeches and things, those of you who are speaking at graduation that you're pre-recording will be up on the screen also. So families will be able to see it everywhere. Um, from everywhere. In addition to that, your families who are unable to come because we are limiting it to 2 cars, or family members who are out of town and can't be there, or high risk, your families will be able to see it live streamed. We're live streaming this meeting right now. The It's on Facebook Live right now. It's on the school's YouTube page right now. I'm not sure if it's anywhere else. Mr. Evans can tell us if it is, but I know for certain it's on those 2 platforms. So you'll be able to send a link to your families and your friends who want to watch graduation, and they will be able to watch it remotely, live. So um, baby pictures, you need to email those to Miss Devereaux. If you're not attending graduation for whatever reason, you need to make sure that Miss Silva knows that you're not attending, and the diploma can. We'll have to make arrangements to get that to you. I don't know what a sprinter van is, so I can't answer that question. Yearbooks, so that's Miss Devereaux. Okay. Um, okay. Uh, okay, so that covered all of that. I talked about the food trucks. Oh, the students. You guys will be able to get snacks from the food truck also until it's time to get started. Uh, Ceremony starting at 8:30. 2 cars per family. Somebody asked if they could bring a limo. I don't care. 2 vehicles. So that's one of your vehicles. Um, okay. All right. Questions. Let's see, what have y'all got? A sprinter van holds up to 14 people. Again, I don't care what you're I don't care if you're in a van, I don't care if you're in a tank, I don't care if you're in a limo, I don't care if you're in a car. Smart car. Smart car. You get 2 vehicles per family, period. Um Filming, Nayla, this is it's going to be recorded, and somehow we're going to make it available. Again, it's going to be on the school's YouTube and the Facebook also, so there will be a recording available somehow. You're welcome. A coach, okay. If you are not going to graduation, and we strongly encourage you to attend, but if you're not attending, then you need to have a conversation with Miss Silva. Um, the official start time, Victoria, is when it's dark. So kind of 8:30-ish is the official start time. Again, you guys are supposed to be there by 6 um so that we can get everybody in place and make sure everybody's there and dressed appropriately and that we're all good to go. It is outside, so ladies, be very careful. If you choose to wear heels, I don't recommend it. This is me saying I don't recommend heels, so I don't recommend heels. Um, just because I don't want you sinking into it. Unless they're like the big chunky kind, then I guess they'd probably be okay. Um, Graduation normally lasts like 3 hours. We're limiting the minutes of the speeches and stuff like that. It's already late. We don't want to make it so late. So hopefully 2 hours, but I don't know for certain. Okay, your questions are coming in faster than I can read and answer them. Um, I assume forever, but I'm not certain as to how long do those videos stay on Facebook and on YouTube. I know on YouTube until we choose to take them down. I don't intend to do that. So, um, already told you, talk to Miss Silva if you're not going. Official start time, told you that. Deborah, they want your address again. 2 hours. I don't know what a T-34 is. Um, Taller vehicles will be parked further back. So cars get closer, bigger vehicles, trucks, SUVs, tanks, they get parked further back. Um, Naviance assistance, email guidance at somersetcollegeprep.org. The ceremony will start again 8:30-ish as it begins to get dark enough that you can see the screen. But students need to be there by 6. Families can arrive at 7. Unless you're a family member dropping a student off, then you can go ahead and park, but understand you're going to be sitting there a while. the cords that you guys, your cords are going to be in your graduation packet. So if you earned a cord for volunteer hours, if you earned a cord for playing with the cords you would have gotten at the athletic banquet, they'll be in your graduation packet. So that's where those will be. Um, Felicia, if you can, yes. If you can't, then fine. Um, if you left something in your teacher's classrooms, you need to get something out other than in a locker, you need to email that teacher. The teachers will get with us and make arrangements to have whatever it is retrieved and available for pickup when you do your cap and gown pickup and locker clean out and stuff like that. Um, if you are missing a cord when you get your package, or you got a cord that you shouldn't have, you need to email Miss Silva. The address to graduation is 601 Seaway Drive. The senior roast, no, honestly, Marley, no. I know I said I would think about it and try to figure out how to do it maybe online, but the getting the graduation thing done has been an undertaking. We were out there on site yesterday, at least I think it was yesterday. My days are running together. The amount of work that it's taking to make graduation happen, honestly, I haven't thought about it. I'm sorry. I know I said I would, but I haven't. Um, do the people with speeches have preferred parking? No, no, because your speeches are going to be submitted via video beforehand. Um, your sports award trophies and certificates. So, okay. No, not at drop off. You guys are going to get them at graduation. I thought it would be nicer since you don't get the normal shaking your hand, flyers and stuff like that. Right now, the decision is subject to change, but right now the decision is you're going to pick up any of your certificates and your trophies off the table when you um, pick up your diplomas off the table. Uh, Specific place where students who drive there will park. Victoria, with somebody else in the vehicle who's going to be watching, or you're driving yourself in an empty vehicle and taking up one of your family's two vehicles? Okay, I can't answer your question, so you answer my question. Are you going to reschedule cap and gown pictures? Trador, do we know about rescheduling cap and gown pictures with Hightower and Staten, or what we're doing with those, or how that's being addressed? I didn't think about that question. Trador,
I didn't bring it up. Am I muted still?
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't bring it up with them, but knowing that they have their cap and gown beforehand, maybe it's still a possibility.
Okay.
Um, I'll check with them to see what they can do. If maybe it's something we can do day of.
Okay. All right. So you'll send an email out if there is any information on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Anaya, the link that Zarger just put in the group chat, that is the same link that was blasted out earlier today. It's the sign up for the time and day for you to go pick everything up and do what you need to do on campus. So you need to click on that, and you need to pick your date and time slot. Victoria, if it's just you in one vehicle, then there will be a place for empty cars to be parked, because you don't want to take up a parking spot that people are going to want if they have people in the car to watch. I also don't know why you would want to waste a car, though. Your family only gets two. If your entire family can fit in one, fine. Um, will there be a refund of cap and gown pictures can't be taken? The cap and gown pictures, I don't even know how much. Miss Silva, the graduation fees, do you know how much of that 200 was cap and gown? Do you know what that itemization was?
I believe it's $7 for just that picture.
Okay? So Marley, you're asking for a refund for $7. You'll need to send Miss Silva an email if we're not able to make that happen. Daigle, that message is for you. Is the rehearsal at the same time? The rehearsal is at 4 o'clock on Friday. It is at the same location, so it's at 601 Seaway Drive, same place you're going to be doing graduation, the Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce, at 4 o'clock on Friday. Graduation is on Saturday, same location. It's going to be, you need to be there at 6. Parents or audience members can start arriving at 7, and we'll actually start the ceremony. Start getting ready before that, but start getting the ceremony going as soon as it starts getting dark. Um, no, I'm providing your mask. Oh, for rehearsal? No, you're the same mask that I put in your bag. So I had masks made. I'm having masks made for you guys. They're school colors, and it says class of 2020 on the mask. So that will be in your bag for your of your cap and gown that you're going to pick up. So you'll have that before rehearsal. So you can wear if you wear whatever mask you want, or you can wear that if you don't have one for rehearsal. There are still a handful of seniors, I believe we counted today, somewhere around 18 seniors that have not, or maybe it's 20, I don't remember, seniors that have not paid their senior fees or have only paid part of them. I believe we're still accepting assistance to help the seniors who are financially unable to meet their senior fees. SGA stepped up to sponsor 5 kids. NHS has stepped up to sponsor 5 kids. We've had a handful of parents step up to do full or partial sponsorships also. So yes, there are students who still need help, and there have been a lot of people stepping up to help. So students, if you're one of those kids who are saying you're not attending, and it's because of financial reasons, you can have a private conversation with Miss Silva or Miss Russo if you're more comfortable with her. Let them know, and we'll get you taken care of, and nobody will ever know. Okay, but don't not attend because of money. I mean, we understand that there are parents who haven't been able to work because of this pandemic. We get it, and there are people who are still able to and want to help and can help. So please don't say you're not attending because of that. If that's your reason, reach out to us. Let us figure out a way to make it happen for you. I don't want you to miss graduation because of that. Okay. Yeah, with for rehearsal, I don't care how you get there, just get there. As far as carpooling with your friends, that's between you and your parents and them and their parents. Social distancing means social distancing. Y'all want to break those rules, that's on you. That how you get there is not my issue. Once you're there, you're social distancing because I said so, because you're on my time then. But how you get there, that's on you. How do you pay your senior fees? Miss Silva, they can still pay their senior fees through the website, right?
Yes, go on the school website, close the coronavirus pop-up, click on Spartan Store, and then you can click on Class of 2020 and you can pay there.
Okay. For the parents who are private messaging saying that they're willing to help students who need to pay their fees, please email Miss Silva directly, and she with a phone number, and she'll call you and walk you through how to help a child. Somebody put Miss Silva's email address in the group chat, please. The car signs are going to be in your bag. So we are pre-printing them. You will receive 2 of them. Don't lose them. Don't ruin them. Put them in the windshield on graduation day, not for rehearsal, but graduation day. You're going to put them in the windshield on the passenger side, not driver's side. We don't want anybody wrecking. So on the passenger side in the windshield, you will put the parking pass, parking permit, I believe it says, in the window. And as you come in, whoever is handling parking is going to check you off. Okay. The student volunteer hours were all submitted. I believe there was a handful of phone calls that Miss Lindsay had to make the other day, having you guys, anybody who had an outstanding balance of student volunteer hours should have been handled. If you have not handled that, email Miss Lindsay or stop into her classroom, and she'll help you with that. There's not any overages, Luke. That's a great idea, and I love the idea. There's not overages. We're taking money from other accounts. We're taking money from our spring break account. We're taking money from other accounts to help pay for graduation. graduation usually runs about $3,000, $3,500. This one's running about $6,000. So we're doing it. And wherever we have extra, we're trying. Like I said, SGA is sponsoring 5 kids and NHS is sponsoring 5 kids. And I thought that I saw an email that one of the other clubs was wanting to sponsor also. So, Christina, that question needs to go to guidance. The eligibility question needs to go to guidance at somersetcollegeprep.org. Somebody put guidance's email in the chat box. Felicia, yes, I don't care. Yes, masks must be worn for both rehearsal and graduation. Yes. Sarah, a vehicle, I don't care how many students or how many people are in a vehicle, every student, every graduate is going to get 2 vehicle passes. You get to use 2 vehicle passes. Use one for every vehicle. So if somebody is in one vehicle, if two graduates are in one vehicle, you only need 1 pass, not 2 passes. 1 pass per vehicle. Okay. If you are a graduate who is only bringing 1 vehicle, you don't have a big family, you're only going to need 1, and you're going to have an extra pass, you are welcome to give your pass to another student. It's just like when we have our graduation at the Civic Center, we give out, I think it's like 6 seats per graduate, and we have some graduates who only need like 3 seats, and they'll give theirs back, and then we redistribute it to families who have people who have bigger families. So if you're not going to use both your parking passes, give your parking pass to another senior who needs another one. I don't care. We have to limit the number of cars. I don't care how it's done. It has to be limited. The number of cars is limited. So 2 passes per senior, 2 cars. Don't care how they're distributed. Y'all, there's a message to all of you guys from Ms. Daigle, so read that if you haven't. Okay. Any other questions? Guys, you're going to have a real graduation on your graduation day. You guys are, I mean, it's not at the Civic Center. But when we were out there yesterday looking at the site, the backdrop's pretty cool. It's right on the water. Like, you will be able to, when you are on stage, you are going to be able to see water and boats, and like, it's beautiful out there. It is, it's exciting. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be different. It may not be as formal. Like, you're going to have the processional. You're going to get to march in together. You won't be able to, do the marching out thing, but the marching in you'll be able to do. It's still a graduation. You're still walking. You still get to walk. It is very unique. Parents taking pictures from your vehicle. You can't get out of your vehicle. The screen is huge. You'll be able to take pictures of the screen of, everything that's happening on stage also. What you're wearing under your cap and gown, normally it's like your Sunday best. But again, watch with the heels. So whatever, as long as you have your gown on and I can't see what's under it, I don't guess I care. But it should be nice. Let's see. You're welcome, guys. Will any of the senior events be open to this year's senior next year? Like prom and things like that. That's not something we've been asked. It's not something we've discussed. Do me a favor, shoot me an email on that so we can have an internal discussion. I don't want to answer that without, talking to the team and thinking about what's entailed. Group pictures, Lorena, are absolutely allowed as long as every single member of that group is 6 feet apart. Let's see. What are the days we turn in books and get cap and gown? That's next Wednesday and Thursday. The Sign Up Genius was texted out and it's in this group chat. Zerger, send that out one more time via text blast, please. Thank you. You're welcome. Um, Victoria, prom has hit the same place that the roast has hit. That I have been so focused on making sure you have a graduation that those things have not. I know prom is a rite of passage, and I know that it completely sucks that you guys aren't getting that. And I don't know how to make that happen before the school year's over. And one of the reasons I didn't want to push graduation till like June or July, like some of the other schools are doing. I'm sorry, my dog is whining. I, the reason I didn't want to push it like some of the other schools are doing is because what I think is going to happen is it's going to get pushed again. Like things aren't going to get better anytime soon, and it's going to get pushed again and pushed again. And we're going to be looking at August or September, and you guys are already going to be in college and moved on and have jobs and whatever. And are you really going to come back for stuff like that? So maybe instead of a prom, maybe instead of a 5-year class reunion or 10-year class reunion, maybe we do a 2-year class reunion just for you guys to come back and see each other. Maybe we do something like that. But right now, 100% of my focus is giving you a graduation, and one that is kind of cool and that you'll never forget. So the movie on rehearsal night starts, I think it's like right at 8:30 also. So you guys will come in for rehearsal. We'll do our rehearsal from 4 till like 6 or 7 or whenever we're done. And then you guys, if you're planning to stay for the movie, we'll need to buy tickets while you're there. You guys can go to the food vendors that they have there because they have the food trucks there that night too. Get yourself dinner, and then you're on your own after that if you're wanting to stay for the movie. The movie, guys, listen, students and parents, the movie is not school sponsored. I'm telling you that it's happening there after graduation, after rehearsal. So it's not school sponsored. It's not a field trip. It's not something you need permission from me. I have no control over what's going on there, no liability there whatsoever. After rehearsal, when I say, okay, you're done with Somerset, you're on your own, then y'all stand and watch the movies between you, your parents, and whatever. Let's see. A good question, Brianna. Giving back the caps and gowns. So normally for graduation, those of you who were juniors last year and helped with graduation, you know that at the end, that when you get your diploma on stage, it's empty. It's a diploma cover. It's not an actual diploma. You come back to the back room afterwards, and when you give us the gown back, because the gown is an extremely expensive rental, so when you give the gown back, then we give you the certificate, the actual certificate of your diploma. So we are currently working on how to make that piece of it happen, whether it's going to be, you know, a box somewhere there and we can do it then and there, which I don't think, because usually y'all are all crowded around really close to us and making that happen in the back room. Or if we're going to do like another drop off at school with a sign up genius kind of thing. So I don't know yet, but we will get that information back to you. You guys are welcome. Photos. I know you guys were talking about photos. The blast that went out earlier today about a drone, in addition to live streaming this everywhere, one of the audio visual technician people that are helping make this happen, they have some way to, if we have a drone with Andrew, can you speak? Because I don't know the language. Andrew, are you there?
Yep, sorry, I had to unmute in 2 locations because I have the stream going. Okay. So the drone question is, what do we need from it? Sorry, I was...
Yeah. The thing that plugs into a thing.
So in order for us to be able to like include like drone footage in the stream and the video that we're going to be sending out and putting on the backdrop of the stage, we need a drone that has a controller with HDMI output to be able to take it into the video system.
So we...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we sent out a blast. Missouri sent out a blast earlier today to see if anybody had one that we could borrow. So, and somebody messaged or emailed and said, gave a phone number. So we're going to reach out to that person. But if you happen to have one or know somebody, That's what we were looking for, and that's why we were looking for it, because drone footage of graduation day from above with all you guys out there, like, I just think that would be so cool. So that would have to be before the actual ceremony starts, though, while they're still light out, I think. So that's what that was about. Okay, a 2020 reunion. Yeah, as soon as the world is, well, it's never getting back to normal, but as close to normal as possible, and we can be around each other. Class reunion for you guys will be shorter than everybody else's. You guys are very welcome. Movie and food truck on graduation day. So the food trucks, yes, are going to be there on graduation day. I'm shutting them down during the ceremony, so the food trucks will be open before the ceremony starts and then after, but not during the ceremony, because I'm not going to have people getting out of their cars and doing that or having food delivered while you guys are supposed to have the spotlight on you. I'm not going to have that distraction. It is your day. We're not doing that. So available before, available after, but not during. And as far as a movie after graduation, they asked if you guys wanted to everybody wanted to stay and watch a movie, that they would do a movie for you guys after graduation. I told them no, because I figured if we aren't starting graduation till 8:30, we're not looking at being done till 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, and that it would be close to 11. And I didn't think you guys would want to do that after graduation. But if you want that, I mean, I can call them back and tell them, yes, we can do that. They offered. Maybe Zerger, can you put together a survey or a poll, I guess? Can you put together a poll and put it out? And if there's a majority that want the movie afterwards, I'll call the people back and make it happen.
Okay.
I can do that.
Great.
You're welcome. I have no idea if it's PG or R or what it is, because I don't know what the movie is. But I'm sure they'll tell us shortly. You are welcome. How do we give our gowns back? Answered that one. Said I don't know yet. I'll let you know. Food. Yeah. Okay. I already said that. Lorena, caps in the air. I don't have a problem with it. It's going to be dark. So if you're going to throw your caps in the air afterwards, then I recommend you watch where it falls so that you can get it back, or line it with glow in the dark sticks or glow sticks or whatever. I don't know. But yes. Max, that's cool. After the pandemic and on your own, that's fine. We can talk about that, or you don't need my permission for that. Nayla, that bins to put the gowns in is not a bad idea. The problem is being able to say, okay, this is Nayla's gown that got dropped in this bin, so here, let me give Nayla her actual certificate. It's that distancing thing. We're going to talk about it. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. I don't know how, but we'll make it happen. Sarah, you don't get, your diplomas have never been in the diploma covers. That's not how it's done. You guys get the empty diploma cover, hold it up. It looks like it's the diploma, but you don't actually get the diploma itself, the piece of paper, until you turn in the gown. So whether it's at the end of the night or whether it's in a day or two, at a drop off kind of thing, I don't know. They should do what from the 60s? Oh, a horror movie? A GPS tag your hats, yes. Yes, Mr. Treater, speak.
Hi, guys. If some of you guys are on the fence about this and you don't really can't really visualize how special this is going to be, just know that this venue hit national news last week. It was the only box office money that the United States drew was out of this venue last week. I don't know how many other places across the country are going to follow suit, but I'm going to guess about 99 out of 100 high schools are going to be doing some sort of virtual thing when you guys have the opportunity to attend something live. And if you find out that one of your friends is on the fence and you want to try to convince that person to go to the graduation, like maybe you're scrolling through the cams right now and you can see my camera. I'm not going to call out anybody, but if you want to pick on one of your friends who's saying they don't really know if they're going to go yet, maybe something would inspire you to reach out and talk to this person about attending. Just saying.
Okay. Damien, Friday at 4 p.m. is rehearsal.
Tell them, Mr. Trudeau.
Yes, the movie's optional. Anaya, again, while you're on our time, you're social distancing on your own time. That's between you and your parents. Donation of what? Max, I have no idea what the cost of the gown is. Please email Miss Silva to find that out. I don't even know if it's an option. No, Lorena, you don't pay to get into the graduation ceremony, not at all. You just have to have your parking permits in your window. The pay is for if you want to pay $5 per person to watch the movie after rehearsal on Friday night. Yes, Victoria, that's what he's saying.
What parking permits?
The parking permits that we've been discussing that are going to be in your graduation bag that you're going to with your car to come to graduation.
Sorry.
Miss Raines, we get 2 of those?
Yes, 2 cars
All right.
graduate. Okay.
Bet.
Keeping okay, Miss Silva says
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Miss Silva says that keeping the gown's not an option. Okay. All right. What other questions? It looks like it stopped for a second. Any other questions? Or you're going to start blowing up the chat again? Are you guys good with this? I know that some of you were looking forward to a traditional formal graduation. I know that's what you guys wanted. I can't make that happen. If I could, I would. I can't make that happen. So I was just trying to keep it from being a Zoom one. So are you guys okay with this?
I'm not tripping, Miss Raines. I don't know about everybody else though.
You literally outdid yourself. You don't even need to ask. Like, you're good. Like, thank you.
And I am asking because I'm seeing on social media where there's been some comments that maybe you guys aren't okay with it.
Forget
so
them.
I want to make sure.
Ungrateful.
They don't matter. It's literally us.
All right. And I get being hesitant. I get that. I just couldn't see a virtual graduation, and I didn't want to push it off and chance it not happening. So, other questions? You guys are welcome. I'm glad you guys are okay with it. Any other questions? I want everybody there. Can we take a big group picture 6? I tell you what. So on rehearsal night or evening, when you guys are doing rehearsal and you guys are all sitting 6 feet apart in your chairs, I'll get on stage and I will try really hard to take a picture of all of you. If I am unsuccessful, then on graduation day, if we can get this drone there and you guys are all sitting there in your caps and gowns, you guys can all look up and we'll get a group picture that way. Okay. We'll get a group picture somehow, but you can't be close. It has to be 6 feet apart. So it may be, y'all may be like this big in the picture, but we'll do what we can. Okay. Nayla, there are more no, because 10 minutes apart, 103 students, the hours that we did the sign up Genius, there were 104 slots open. There's no way all 104 slots have been taken. So Nayla, go look again. You're welcome. Will there be reminders? Yes. So not only will there be reminders, guys, but this is being recorded. It's on the Facebook page. It's on our school's YouTube page. So this is being recorded. So if there's somebody not here right now, or you can't remember information, go watch the video, go send somebody the link. Okay. 103 students are in the 2020 graduating class. Peter, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to kick you over to IT for that one. A donation of what? PEP's iPhone 7. I'm not sure donation of what. Flying over people. Okay, Peter again, talk to IT. Emily, possibly. Sarah, it's alphabetical. Well, the top 10% or 20% or whatever it is. I'll tell you guys where to sit. No, you guys don't get to choose. You're seated in a specific order. Do you get the picture? Yes. So Brianna, so normally when you guys are walking across stage and I hand you your diploma and you shake my hand, the picture is snapped right then. That's obviously not going to happen. But when you're going to pick up your diploma cover, and it will be a picture of you with your diploma cover, just not with me shaking your hand. So you'll still get that moment picture. Yes. Those pictures come out like a couple of weeks into June, if I'm not mistaken. They're delivered to the main office, and then we send out a blast for you guys to come by and pick them up. Yes, Jordan, messages will continue to go out. And again, these are recorded, so you'll be able to go back and get this information. I answered the seating question. I have no idea about certified people for the drones. Again, I got an email today from a parent who said their spouse was a pilot or something, and I haven't called that number yet. I just got it today. Looks like Evans is good. Miss Silva, can you please private message HEP's iPhone regarding her question about donating for a senior? Can you please private message with her? Silva?
Sure.
Thank you. Why?
Wait. Yeah, nope, I can't. She's not an option.
Andrew, or Trader, can you make her a host or a co-host or whatever she needs to be made?
I'll put my email address on there so she can email me.
Okay. PEP's iPhone 7, please email Miss Silva. Seats are predetermined. Yes. How do we get the uniforms? What uniforms?
Miss Rains,
Yes.
I wanted to donate like my school uniforms. Is that still possible or no?
Yeah, if you want to, what we'll do is I'll put another box out on the Wednesday and Thursday. I'll put a box out and you guys can just drop them in there. And then after they sit for 2 weeks in that box, then I'll go back and get them and wash them and recycle them for next year's people.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hadn't thought about that question. Good question. Okay. All right, what else? PEP's iPhone 7. Do you see Miss Silva's email address? Okay, perfect. All right. What other questions do we have?
Ms. Rains, are we getting our yearbooks for with our senior fees or what?
Yeah, so your senior fee covers your yearbook this year. Between Miss Devereaux and Miss Silva, they made that happen for you. The yearbooks are going to be usually come in like August-ish, sometimes September, and then we send out a blast for you guys to be able to come pick them up. When they come in the fall is usually dependent on how fast the yearbook club or committee or whatever is able to finalize everything and submit it. Ms. Devereaux is saying hopefully in August, doesn't know if the pandemic will mess anything up. Peter, I'm sorry, no hugging because you can't be within 6 feet. You can air hug. I'll air hug all of you guys. So we can air hug each other from 6 feet away. Yes. If you are getting your AA, guidance should have that list, and that's supposed to be part of what I will recognize. Those of you who have gotten your AA already will be recognizing like the reason that guidance needs the where you're going to college or military or job or what you're doing after school is because that's part of the recognition for you. So yeah. Other questions? Guys, please, 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 if you know any of your classmates who are thinking about not attending, please talk them into attending. You guys deserve this, especially after this last 9 weeks. MagDL, please reconsider. Seriously, guys. I mean, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And your guest speaker is it's gonna be cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited it's just not virtual. So I didn't say that, Victoria.
At this point, everybody is excited at this point, like happy and just ready for this graduation.
I hope so. Okay, so laptops, I forgot about that. If you have a laptop checked out, you need to bring that to return that next week also.
I don't believe any seniors have laptops checked out.
Okay, cool.
I went through that list the other day, and I did not see any grade 12 in the list.
Okay, cool. And the Kindles, I know there were a couple. If you owe Miss Butler a Kindle, you need to bring it next week to drop off. Okay. That will be part. You won't get your cap and gown till everything is turned in. Okay. I believe that an email or 10 went out with instructions on how to pay your lunch balances if you have lunch balances. If there is an issue and you can't, you need to send an email to Miss Silva or to Miss Russo and let us know. But that has to be taken care of also. I think there's, I don't know, a handful of you guys with balances. Some of your balances are like 9 cents. So like seriously. And some of them are like $30 or $40. So they're kind of all over the place. You guys need to get that taken care of. And you can always email me. Your masks are school color. They're the maroon color, and they have class of 2020 in gold on them. I don't care as long as it's appropriate, but I am having those handmade for you right now. The woman is delivering them tomorrow. I hope they're good. Yeah, 6 cents. Mm-hmm. Okay, so your last day, seniors' last day is May 15th. May 15th. Traders, is that correct? May 15th? Yes, okay. May 15th is seniors' last day. You do have to, I know that you guys take finals on the 8th. Trader, go ahead.
They should get an email on the evening of the 14th. If they're good to go, they're signed out. They actually don't need to attend the morning of the 15th.
Okay. And they'll be March present, right?
Correct. If they get that email and it says they are checked out.
Okay. So if they're checked out, they don't have to attend after that, but they take finals on
this week.
Okay. So next
have already taken some of them.
Okay. So all of next week, yes, Sarah, you must attend and you must pretend to pay attention. Attendances can prevent you, lack of attendance can prevent you guys from graduating. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Make sure you're there.
We still have to exercise in PE.
If your PE teacher says so, yes.
Okay.
Will we get in trouble if we'll be laying in bed during class?
Probably.
Come on,
even
guys.
if we're done and
the role model for
and senior IDAS has fully set in.
Guys, come on. You guys are seniors. You're setting the example. You guys really want to set bad examples? Come on.
For who?
They're already a bad influence. They're already a bad influence themselves. We don't do anything.
You have to attend class, pretend to pay attention. Okay? Period. That's it. End of discussion. Okay. Okay. All right. What else? Staying in. The money is spent whether you're there or not. Try again, guys. Anything else, guys? It's late.
So we have to be there at 6 on the 23rd.
6 on the 23rd. What time on the 22nd?
4, I think.
4?
Around that time.
4? Yeah, not around.
Yeah. 4:15.
4? Why does that sound like Tommy? Is that Tommy? That's who it sounds
There
like.
is.
Okay. Do students need to go on the 13th or 14th? You need to pick a day, the 13th or the 14th. You need to click on that Sign Up Genius that Ms. Zarger has emailed you, texted you, put on Facebook, and put in this chat, and pick your time slot. I have no idea what that means. Yes, that's it. There you go. Thank you, Marley. This is your social time, talking to your peers in class. That's your social interaction. All right.
Also, Ms. Rains, I have another question. This is Tommy.
Yes, Tommy.
Everything yearbook related, so like senior quotes, pictures, baby pictures, all that stuff, it goes to Miss Devereaux, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Okay. Peter, how do you know if you need to return or pay for anything? You've gotten 1,500 emails, but I bet, Peter, if you'd like, you could probably email Miss or go to Miss Russo's room, and she will tell you what you owe. Marley C. Andrews' message there. Parents can pick up everything as long as all the obligations are met by the student and the student doesn't owe anything. Yes. Trader, when are you going to send out the next obligations list? Email.
I can do one probably Monday evening.
Okay. Yes, Sarah, he can send it out on Monday. There you go. Air horns. Okay, so here's the thing on air horns. If your air horn disrupts the ceremony or takes away from anybody else, then we're going to have a problem. If it's at the appropriate time, if when you yourself are walking across stage and your parent wants to do whatever, an air horn for you, like when they're clapping or whatever, or honking or whatever, I don't care. As long as it's at an appropriate time. Okay? If you want something from Devereaux, email her. For what, Russell? If you are wanting to know if Miss Devereaux got an email from you, please email Miss Devereaux. She'll have to check that. Miss Devereaux, can you put your email in the chat? Pickaxes? What are we talking about now? What did I miss? Tanks? Oh, like helium tanks, not the tanks you drive. Okay, whatever. Bikes, sure, whatever. No, not 6 bikes, two vehicles. No helicopters. Yes, you sent receiving your quotes to Devereaux. I know nothing about Minecraft except that I approved it. Okay. Okay, any other legit questions, guys? All right. So I will see you guys in person next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Make sure you signed up for your drop-off time. And wait, can you bring, that is so not a legit question. Carriage, I don't care, whatever. Two and only 2, okay? All right, see you guys next week.
Also, join the Minecraft server. Heads up.
Yeah,
Plug that.
Join my clan. Bye, everyone.
Minecraft server guys.
Bye, guys.
Join the town of Monkey.
It's Rain's question.
Yeah.
You said to talk to Ms.
Say again?
You said to talk to Ms. Russo, right? Like after the meeting? Or
I think, I'm sorry, my dog is barking. Daigle, are you still here? Daigle, go open your classroom.
You said I said just go first.
Okay, guys, seniors.
Yes, I'm opening my room now.
If you
I'm going.
Russo, she's going to open her room right now. So if you
All right.
Hey, donuts, that's what I wanted. Can't wait for this graduation. It's going to be amazing.
Take care, Ms. Rains. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye,
Appreciate it
guys.
for everything.
You gonna say bye?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Rain.